When Melody revealed on Carlos King's show that Taisha's father had slid into her DMs, she didn't just throw a little shade, she sparked a full-on wildfire. But here's the plot twist. Some fans are convinced that Melody actually ignited the whole beef with Wanda herself, and it may not have had anything to do with protecting her kids. Could it be that the reigning queen of love and marriage, Huntsville, played a much bigger role in this drama than anyone realized? Buckle up, because what we've uncovered is going to completely shift your perspective on this feud. The clash between Melody, Sheree, and Wanda isn't your average reality TV squabble. What began with a few pointed jabs quickly escalated into an all-out verbal war, shady online jabs, and reunion show fireworks fans won't forget. Let's rewind. When Melody casually dropped the bomb about Letitia's dad being in her DMs during a conversation with Carlos King and Monique Samuels, it wasn't just messy, it was strategic. That moment lit the fuse for everything that followed. No one saw that coming. And let's be honest, this wasn't simply about what was said. It was about ego, family pride, and long-standing resentment. Melody may have had her reasons, especially given Martel's very public cheating scandals and the pressures of single motherhood under the spotlight. But the question remains, was she truly innocent in the situation with Wanda? In this deep dive, we're breaking down every detail of what really happened between Melody and Wanda, why that DM comment struck such a nerve, why the fanbase is still split, who's truly to blame, and the subtle power moves playing out behind the curtain. Stick around, because what we're about to reveal will have you second-guessing everything you thought you knew. When Melody Sheree sat down with Carlos King and Monique Samuels, fans came expecting the usual tea, some slick shade, a few giggles, and the kind of hot takes love and marriage Huntsville fans live for. But absolutely no one was ready for the moment. Melody calmly dropped that now legendary line, "Taisha's daddy was in my DMs." That one line hit like a grenade. You could literally feel the energy shift in the room. Carlos's eyes went wide. Monique gasped and covered her mouth. And fans? They hit Twitter, TikTok, and every gossip blog out there within minutes. Screenshots flew, memes went viral, and the old debates sparked back up. Was Melody finally snapping back in defense, or was she baiting Wanda just to grab the spotlight? Let's be real, Melody knew exactly what she was doing. That wasn't a slip-up. It was calm, calculated, and completely intentional. And here's why that matters. Up until then, Wanda had been firing shots, taking jabs at Melody's parenting, questioning her kid's paternity, and stirring the pot around the Martel drama. But this comment? This wasn't just a clap back. This was personal. Wanda wasn't just any cast member, she was Letitia's mother. A woman known for charging in headfirst, never backing down, and always bringing the heat. Mentioning her ex-husband, even as a casual jab, meant stepping into dangerous territory. Some fans were all for Melody's move. They praised her for taking back control, saying she was reclaiming her power and making it clear she wasn't about to play the victim. But others saw it differently. They thought it was a cheap shot, especially since Letitia's family has made a real effort to stay out of the mess. So what was the real intention behind Melody saying it out loud? Was she trying to flip the script, showing that she can hit just as hard when pushed? And here's the wild part, not even Letitia came forward to deny the DM ever happened. So now we're left to wonder, was there some truth buried in that comment? Or was this Melody's way of keeping the pot stirred? Either way, the impact was done. But if you thought that was wild, wait until you see Wanda's reaction. Because when we get to section 2, the gloves don't just come off, they go flying. If there's one thing fans have learned about Ms. Wanda, it's this: you don't mess with her family. Whether you agree with her approach or not, Wanda has never been shy about her position when it comes to Letitia and her grandkids. She's ready for battle. So the moment Melody dropped that DM bomb on Carlos King's show, Wanda saw red and came out swinging. Word got to Wanda fast. Social media lit up, clips were going viral, and her name was trending right next to Melody's. And in classic Wanda fashion, she didn't hold back. Just days later, she jumped on Facebook Live, lips pursed, voice raised, finger pointed straight at the camera, and gave her message loud and clear: don't mess with me. Don't come for my family. And keep my ex-husband's name out of your mouth. That live stream, which now has over 1 million views, wasn't just a response. It was a full-on explosion. Wanda went in on Melody, calling her messy, disrespectful, and obsessed with her family. She said Melody was still bitter over Martel and just trying to stir up drama to stay relevant. But that wasn't the end of it. Wanda even threw in a warning that if she really wanted to spill the tea, she could. But she was trying to stay grown about it. "See, y'all don't want me to talk," she warned, locking eyes with the camera. "'Cause if I start talking, the whole internet gonna break." That's when the fans really started asking, what exactly does Wanda know? Is there something she's been holding back about Melody? Or is this just another smokescreen? But let's not forget, Wanda's past involvement in the cast drama hasn't exactly been squeaky clean. She's accused Melody of fabricating storylines, hinted that Martel might not be the biological father of one of Melody's children, and even disrupted live taping, shouting across scenes, and threatening to drag people if pushed. So when Wanda says she's out for blood, people don't take it lightly, they listen. This wasn't merely a reaction, it was a full-on war declaration. It changed the whole dynamic of the show. It was no longer just a battle between Melody and Letitia. It had transformed into Melody versus Wanda, a generational showdown between two fierce women who refused to back down. But it didn't stop there, because while Wanda was throwing fire on Facebook, Melody was firing right back on Instagram, and she didn't hold back one bit. If Wanda believed she had the last word, she was sorely mistaken. Melody Sheree, woman who's weathered public betrayal, a painful divorce, chaotic co-parenting, and the storm that is reality TV, wasn't about to let Ms. Wanda cast her as the villain in silence. Not a chance. Melody came locked and loaded with receipts, facts, and shade so icy it could shut Huntsville down in the middle of summer. Within just 48 hours of Wanda's Facebook Live going viral, Melody hit her Instagram stories, and baby she let loose. In a fast-paced flurry of posts, she didn't just answer Wanda's claims, she broke them down piece by piece. First, she reminded everyone that the comment about Taisha's father sliding into her DMs wasn't some made-up twist on it. It was something that actually happened years ago, and she had the receipts to prove it. Second, she clarified that her remark on Carlos King's show wasn't meant to be spiteful. It was a direct reaction to years of disrespect she says she's taken from Wanda and her crew. In Melody's own words, "You can't keep poking someone and then cry when they finally respond. It's called cause and effect, sweetie." And third, Melody pointed to the clear double standard among the cast and the audience. Why is it fine for grown women to question her child's paternity on national television, but the moment she mentions someone's father being in her inbox, she's suddenly the villain? She ended that post with a mic drop emoji, and the internet lost its mind. Fans were instantly divided. Team Wanda fired back, claiming Melody was just being petty, passive-aggressive, and stirring drama for attention. But Team Melody? They rallied behind her, applauding her for standing her ground, refusing to be intimidated, and clapping back with nothing but class and cold hard facts. And let's be clear, Melody wasn't done yet. In a gutsy move, she went live herself. And she didn't sugarcoat a thing. "Y'all want the truth? I've been quiet for years, trying to keep the peace. But I'm done protecting people who never protected me." She hinted that the Wanda and Taisha saga goes far deeper than fans know, mentioning shady behind-the-scenes business dealings, sabotage, and long-standing jealousy stretching all the way back to season 1, and just when fans thought it couldn't possibly go any further. Melody said, "There's a reason some people can't stand to see me smile, because they expected me to fall apart, but I rose, and that bothers them." That single quote took off like wildfire, turning into a viral mantra. Fans started creating memes, merch, and more. "But I rose" became the ultimate symbol of Melody's strength, her bounce back, and her refusal to be silenced by the veteran cast regardless of how ugly claimed to be. But here's the thing, while Melody was out here winning hearts on Instagram, Wanda wasn't done, not even close. She took the feud straight to the streets of Huntsville. And yes, the cameras were rolling. If you thought the Instagram drama was the climax of the Melody versus Wanda war, buckle up, because what happened during that now infamous parking lot scene shook the entire love and marriage Huntsville franchise to its foundation. What was supposed to be just another day of filming a fun, upbeat family event with food trucks, vendors, kids playing, and the cast promoting their businesses took a hard left. Producers already sensed the tension simmering underneath. And when Melody arrived on set that day, calm, cool, and completely unbothered, Wanda felt it, and she snapped. The moment the cameras started rolling, the drama exploded. Almost instantly, chaos broke out. According to multiple sources and what actually aired, Wanda didn't waste a second. She confronted Melody on site. But this wasn't the usual slick-talking shade fans were used to. No, this was a full-scale verbal attack, one that had been building up over years of friction. Wanda reportedly got all up in Melody's face, pointing, shouting, accusing her of tearing families apart and lying to create drama for the cameras. But Melody wasn't about to be intimidated. Known for never backing down, she stood firm and fired back with a cold, calm line that hit like a grenade. Don't let this reality show fool you. I've kept quiet, but don't you ever think I'm scared of you. That one line sent shockwaves through the crowd. Cast members jumped in, trying to separate them as voices got louder, but the drama didn't end there. When Martel Holt arrived to pick up the kids, he walked straight into the madness. Martel, who for once was actually trying to remain neutral, stepped in to calm things down. But everything hit the fan when Wanda allegedly made a dig about their children's hair, implying they weren't being properly cared for. That was it. Melody snapped. Martel lost it. Producers started screaming for security, and yes, it got that real. Security had to step in and physically intervene. Cast members were yelling, Wanda had to be restrained. And Melody stormed out, but not before hurling one final dagger. Keep my kids out of your mouth and worry about your own grown daughter. Chasing a man who won't even claim her in public. Woo, that moment, captured in crisp HD, instantly became one of the most replayed scenes in the show's history. Fans were left stunned. Social media blew up with hashtags like #ProtectMelody, #WandaGoneTooFar, and even #TeamStormOff. The feud had officially crossed from shady to straight-up toxic. And now it wasn't just cast members throwing shots, entire families were being dragged into the spotlight. But here's what most fans didn't realize. After that explosive confrontation, things behind the scenes reached a boiling point. Wanda was reportedly pulled aside by producers and told to step back from filming. And soon, the rumor mill kicked into overdrive with whispers that Wanda might actually be on her way out.